There are new major game-breaking issues with a few events, and some new strange bugs have been emerging. On the other hand, Update 20 is most likely coming this week. Let me keep you up to date with everything Fallout 76. Hello everyone! Welcome back to another Fallout 76 video. I have discovered the real reason why Bethesda decided to delay the new upcoming event featuring the Event A Colossus. As most of you guessed already, it was due to a major bug. A very heavy one. Now, riding shotgun is almost impossible to start these days, and even inviting people to a team is getting problematic with the new friend list bug. On the other hand, Update 20 should go live very soon, and players have been making some really useful and awesome suggestions lately. I have featured a few in this video for more exposure. Lastly, the Atomic Shop just got another batch of new items, and I will go over them. It's news time. Let's get into details, shall we? So, story time here. A Colossal Problem is a new upcoming event live on the PTS for testing right now, and as most of you know, the event was supposed to go live with Update 20, but Bethesda announced last week that the event is getting delayed. They basically said the event needs more internal testing and some more improvements. However, the first thing I thought when I saw this announcement was, they most likely found a major issue. As such, I decided to test the event on the PTS again. Luckily enough, I found Angry Turtle doing the same, I guess. He was nuking the Monogam mine and starting the event over and over. Thumbs up to him for doing the hard work, by the way. Anyhow, the first event went smoothly, just like my past events in the previous weeks. But then things got interesting. Angry Turtle launched a second nuke, and then only him and another teammate could join the event. Me and the fourth member could not join the event at all. We didn't even get an event pop-up in the map, and as a matter of fact, the Monogam mine entrance was still blocked, as if the event had never started at all. I even relogged, but nothing changed for me, at least. So this means there is a heavy bug that prevents certain players from seeing or joining the event, even though it was started by someone else, and well, some other players are currently fighting the Colossus inside the mine. It's a strange and disruptive bug, and that's why, in my opinion, Bethesda delayed the event. Of course, there could be more bugs and issues, but I have done this event over 5 times now, and I didn't come across anything else of concern. So we need to wait for Bethesda to fix this major issue, otherwise I don't see it releasing anytime soon. The next issue is not exactly new. In fact, I mentioned this one in one of my latest news videos. However, this major bug has been happening more and more often lately. I came across this several times just in the past couple of days. When you try to start a riding shotgun event, something goes terribly wrong, and then the escorting NPCs won't go inside the mine or the tunnel, and nothing really happens. The quest shows as active, it tells you to help the caravan members pointing inside the tunnel, but again, nothing happens. Zero, nada. The event gets stuck and you need to wait for it to fail and then 1 hour of cooldown to try and start the event again. On the same server at least. Sure, you can server jump, but since this bug is triggering so often lately, it's getting challenging to start the event altogether. Which is a pity, because riding shotgun is one of the best events to farm right now. It brings a lot of value. Next, we have some great news, for a change. There are rumors that Update 20 is coming very soon. Probably this Thursday. I don't have official data for this point, but it would make a lot of sense. To start with, the PTS is empty these days, the update is live there for weeks, and 2 new features got delayed last week as I mentioned before. The legendary perks and the new event A Colossal Problem won't come with patch 20. Moreover, the public theme system is pretty solid and ready for launch right now. I have made a full overview video on this upcoming feature, so if you wish to learn more, feel free to check it out. And well, I am assuming Bethesda is also done with all the new content coming for the Score Seasonal Pass system. So, releasing it this week or the next week is what makes the most sense in my perspective. Also, there are dozens of minor changes coming, as well as improvement points and bug fixes, all coming with patch 20, just in case you didn't know yet. It's going to be a huge patch once again, and that's a great thing. Scorchebeast queens dying within 1 minute are the new reality in Fallout 76. However, when you see a queen dying within 10 seconds, then something is definitely not right. There are two main ways on how queens can die that fast. First, there is at least one player using hacked, bugged weapons, or second, there is at least one player exploiting the God mode glitch. It's funny because I read this comment asking me to cover this new issue, and a few hours later I ended up in a server where someone with God mode was literally two-hitting the queen. At first I didn't see it because I was in photo mode, as you can see, and everything happened so fast. But then the second time it's clear that someone is cheating there. Both queens died within 10 seconds of spawning, and that's insane. Well, at least we get the treasury notes and one legendary item, because there's hardly anything we can do to prevent this sort of grief. Most of the time you will not get any loot or the full rewards for the event, since you hardly get a chance to hit the queen. Another curious thing I found out is this new friends list bug, and now I don't mean the one where people appear to be on the main menu forever and they are actually playing in the server. It's a brand new one and I never saw or heard about it before. I could be wrong though. Anyhow, this bug will show your friends as offline when they are playing right next to you. It's like the invisible or stealth mode in other platforms, except we don't have that function in Fallout 76, at least not yet. The nasty side of this bug is that if the bugged player invites you to their team, you are not able to accept the invite. You can't also add them as friends if they are not in your list yet. It's a complete mess. Thankfully, a second player was able to invite me, otherwise I wouldn't ever be able to join the party. Have you guys ever seen this bug before? Do let me know in the comments below. Well, a player has recently tested a lot of weapons and he or she came up with a lot of interesting conclusions. Concrete data, to be more precise here. The research indicates that a lot of weapons got stealthy nerfed or boosted, and they didn't come with the patch 19 notes. Now, just to mention some of the most noticeable changes, we got the Gatling Plasma that got a slight boost in terms of base damage with the Prime Receiver. The Cryolator got some harsh barrel nerfs, the Ultrasight Laser Rifle didn't escape the nerfs as well, and the automatic barrel has an inferior base damage now. Lastly, the Auto Grenade Launcher got a heavy nerf in terms of fire rate, about less 80%. Ouch, it's such a huge nerf. I'm leaving the link to this post below the video so you guys can check all the data in case you want to find out if your favorite weapons got changed in any way. I feel like I'm an explorer these days. Another strange bug I found yesterday is this sort of clipping hairstyles bug, where one random hairstyle will appear as a shadow on top of your current hairstyle. I logged in like this and I found myself living a bad hair day, I guess. Again, I had never seen or heard of this bug before. I decided to check the appearance change and all the other hairstyles previewed the hair with the bug. As you can see, it looks dreadful and there's no way to fix this. I tried, but the clipping is always there. The good part here is that changing your hair to anything else will fix the issue, even though the preview shows otherwise. So if you ever encounter this problem, just change your hairstyle and then switch back to the other one you had before. This suggestion is really on point, and I'm wondering, how comes we don't have this feature in-game yet? God damn it. Thousands of players want a new option that automatically disables player vending machines when you reach max caps. Sounds about right. Some players claim they have lost lots of caps due to players who go on a buying spree. I know how it feels like, I've been there too before. Anyhow, the only way to quickly stop fever buyers is to log out, especially if you are not at your camp. Now, with a feature like this, vending machines would auto shut down and prevent players from buying anything else from you, and that would be extremely convenient and pleasant to have. Don't you think so? Now, let's continue with the awesome suggestions. Some players want tamed creatures to have the same status as ally characters, so they can get the essential or invincible status. Right now, companions cannot die. They go down, yes, but they can't get true damage. The same goes for their personal items. In fact, players cannot deal any damage to them or their items. On the other hand, tamed animals get killed by basically anything, normal enemies and players included. Plus, they take a lot of effort to tame, and you need a lot of budget to allocate them. So I think it would be fair to turn tamed creatures into essential NPCs, just so people can keep them at their camps without them dying every second day or something alike. Another great suggestion is regarding junk items. How many times have you scrapped a junk item when in reality you didn't want to? I do it all the time. Sometimes I gather junk items because I want to see how they look like on my display cases, but then I'm too used to scrap everything to make space and avoid getting over-encumbered. And boom, all items get scrapped and I rarely get to try them on my display cases. The solution would be an option that allows you to lock items, any items though, not just junk items, preventing you from dropping, selling or scrapping them. This could work for weapons, armor, aid items and anything else you really wish to keep and not simply lose by mistake. Maybe one day we will get this quality of life improvement, one can hope, and this would certainly be a really nice addition to the game, in my view. The last suggestion I have for you today is a real freezer. We already have fridges and refrigerators, plus we have unlocked the cryo technology long ago, so how comes we cannot create a proper freezer to remove the spoil rate from foods at your camp? It doesn't make much sense, right? This feature would allow players to keep huge batches of food intact. For example, when I craft more than 10 cranberry cobblers, they always end up spoiling. And it would allow players to sell their own craft foods as well, since right now they spoil too fast. You hardly have any time to sell it. Perhaps this quality of life item will be added to the Atomic Shop at some point. The idea is there. The Atomic Shop just received a new update, and this time we got a few new Mothman items. Not too many, but there's a new bundle featuring a new icon, a power armor jetpack skin, a gas mask, a new backpack skin, which looks super adorable by the way, and 2 new wall paints, which look pretty solid too. You can buy all of these items separately if you want, outside of the bundle. However, I must confess that this jetpack presentation is so off. The standard image shows a pinkish skin, then the in-game images are dark purple and blue. Okay, I guess. There is also a new loot bag skin called Paratrooper. It looks quite unique and different from all the other skins we have so far. Moving on, there are more returning items matching the cult of the Mothman team. So if this faction is your favorite one, make sure to grab these items, because who knows when will they return to the Atomic Shop again. These were the 12 news I had for you today. Did I miss something relevant? Please do let me know. Now, I'm really hoping patch 20 will arrive this week because we really need some new content to refresh the gameplay. As for everything else, Bethesda really has a long way when it comes to bug fixing and improvements. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching. My name is Marta Branco and I will wrap the video here. If you enjoyed the content, feel free to leave a like and subscribe for more. You can also support me even further by becoming a member or a patron. The links are always below the video. Well, I will see you all in the next one. Until then, take care, adios, bye bye!